rooms covered until 12, along with those ganking locations. But he actually ended up placing it up in the jungle here, I guess to prevent pulling. It probably had been a problem. So now I just need to farm to make sure that I get enough gold to buy some runes, or buy some wards so I can ward the runes. And you notice I do now have enough gold to do that, so I'm probably going to select the courier any second now and buy some wards of sight so that I can place a ward on the river. Anyway, I go up here because he gets an ult and silence on him. I just throw in Aurora and stun. We should leave now, but Kronos actually jumped in at low HP, and being a support hero, it's my job to try to help him. Again, I probably shouldn't have done that. I probably should have just let him die. If Kronos is making so many mistakes, I should know that he's just going to make these mistakes. Yeah, you can see I'm even complaining to him now. It really wasn't a smart idea on his part, and it got me killed. It ended up working out anyway because our Blood Hunter is going to get a bunch of kills here. But yeah, still, I knew that I needed to back up there. I was backing up, we got in the kill, we were all lowish, there was no reason to hang around when they were teleporting in, but again, Kronos leapt in, and there was nothing I could do. Alright, so now I have time to buy this ward, and the money to do it, so I'm going to immediately go and place wards. As a support hero, there's really nothing I can do that's more important than making sure that I have these wards up at all times. So that's always going to be my priority. That, and obviously teleporting in to help out with ganks and counter ganks. Getting 6 is pretty important now, so I will focus on that once I get the wards down. I think I'm actually typing, yeah, no, Teal was actually telling me to go farm. Again, Teal's game sense is probably not the best. He is like a 1550, so I'm not saying he's bad, but he probably just has a few things to learn theory-wise, actually, and maybe execution-wise. So maybe he should come to Games Radar and start reading some of my articles, who knows. So yeah, we're just going to get these wards up now. We ward the bottom rune so that Teal can farm in our jungle and the bottom lane safely again without fear of being ganked. We're just going to kind of try to sit mid to get a little experience, get to level 6. Normally I would never just sit in the lane and really farm, but there's no one else in this lane, so it's kind of being wasted. It's a pretty safe lane to try to get to 6 in, so we're just going to sit back and try to get level 6. We're taking a look at what's going on down there, whether we need to teleport or not, but it's too far up, and the guy's running back, so there's no need for us to use our homecoming stone. Really need to work on saying that correctly. So basically, yeah, we're just sitting here, kind of worrying about our last hitting, and always watching the minimap. You see, we see pink in the minimap, so we're immediately going to teleport down here and help out with ganking pink in the river. I cannot emphasize enough how important watching the minimap is, especially as a support hero, because teleporting in and assisting in ganks is immensely important. So my teammates should have attacked pink in the river when he came up, but pink is actually still hanging around, and the tower is dead, so I'm just going to swap him, stun him, and Aurora him, or Aurora then stun. Again, I probably did that in the wrong order. I should work on that. But we get the kill. So again, like I said, just pay attention to the minimap. That's why you have wards. Last hitting's not too difficult unless you're up against another hero, in which case you can focus a little bit more on the lane. But in a situation where you're just in a lane farming by yourself, there's no reason you shouldn't be basically paying full attention to the minimap. I get 500 gold, so I can finally buy some boots. Again, I'm just using the courier. I press E and then Shift R. I actually click R instead of Shift because mine's Alt, and it's kind of hard to hold Alt and hit ER. So that is one thing I click, but I think that's acceptable. And always use W as well, or Q as well, to get the speed boost. Right now, I'm running up to top. I don't have a teleport scroll, which I guess you could say is a mistake, but it actually isn't really, because mine would actually be on cooldown still from teleporting bottom, so there's really nothing I can do about helping top, even if I had the scroll, which I didn't buy because I bought the boots anyway. So I will get a scroll, another teleport as quickly as possible, or homecoming stone. And my teammates are actually complaining right now about us not calling missing on those people, but one of them was dead and the other one had been low HP and ran back to base, and they just teleported in, which is not really something we can say. I'm sure there's probably some communication we could have made about it. Again, communication is important, but just in this situation I was saying there's not too much we could do. Yeah, so there's no one else here to get last hits, so there's no reason for me not to pick them up. And now, yeah, I'm going to run into the outpost as quickly as possible, get that homecoming stone, because, like I said, I should always have a homecoming stone on me. And I'm just going to get a little farm here, because these people are actually running through the woods. I could go with them, but I'm not really sure what they're looking for. And I do kind of want a little bit of money, I guess, so I can pick up my striders. Getting striders sooner rather than later is really important. But now purple comes into the lane, and I'm much happy to let him farm, so I'm going to move out and go place probably a ward at the top rune. And my goal was to go help them in the woods. I'm actually going to I'm getting a little bit of lag as the fraps changes now from one file to the next, so I'm going to pause this and restart fraps. So just hold on 1 second here. Pausing this. Alright, I'm not sure if I actually succeeded in doing it there or not. I guess we'll see when I actually post the video. Okay, here, we had numbers here, but my team wasn't close enough, and I put myself into a bad position where they saw me. They probably had someone over to the right that saw me. Anyway, electrician's gonna get killed. But yeah, so that was just probably poor positioning on my part. I thought the ward would have shown anyone on the right side that could have seen me, so it's possible that they actually do have a ward in the top rune location. So maybe I should look into counterwarding that, but I think I probably just figured that I got seen somehow, and that's how I got myself killed. So that was certainly a mistake. Not a huge mistake, because I should have been, yeah, you can actually see there that I point out that there's probably a ward there at the top. I should probably buy counter wards this means right now, but I would rather just buy wards, I guess. Which is alright. Who knows, maybe the counter ward, or the ward has been there for a little while, etc. I'm not really sure. Again, I probably should have actually just bought counter wards now. It's probably a mistake, because I'm pretty sure there is probably a ward there. It saw me. I point out to my teammates that Dr. Repulsor is getting the rune, invisible, which is always an important thing to mention whenever you see it, because other people might not notice it, and they might not be expecting someone invisible to come out of nowhere and kill them. So yeah, I'm just kind of sitting in here, getting a little experience now, and maybe a little gold. I probably took that gold, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with taking 1 or 2 creep kills every now and then as a support hero. It's not the worst thing ever. So yeah, I'm running up here now. I want to place a ward up on this hill, which is just a good location. I actually see my teammates get killed for the 2 seconds I'm gone, and I say to go, which is a mistake. I realized that because they definitely have numbers. I thought there was just 2 of them. Yeah, I see Bloodhunter running up, so I'm telling him definitely not to go. I really wish I'd placed that ward up there, because now I'm going to have to kind of sneak around and try to do it again, because I really want to get it up there. It's just a good location to have, especially when we're massing mid, because they might have one person just waiting up on that hill, trying to set up a gank. The electrician's coming for me, so I make sure to back up. I try to hit him with an Aurora to disable his Striders, but I missed. I don't really spend too much time playing Andromeda, so you could probably account that. Anyway, I notice while I'm running up here, I'm making sure to pay attention to the minimap to be positive that they don't see me coming. They do see me coming, which means they definitely have a ward. I tried TPing out, which is actually a mistake. Where I TP, I should have ran a little bit more down first before trying to TP, or just continued running. Because in that spot, if Electrician actually had continued coming, he would have been gripped me anyway. But yeah, so the entire time I was trying to sneak up there, yeah, you can see I'm pointing out that there probably needs to be a ward from them in one of those locations, so now I definitely know that I need to counter ward, but I just don't have the money to do it immediately. This is my unhappy face at our Bloodhunter making a codex, which actually works out pretty well, but yeah, so as I was just saying, alright, well, I run in here, he's within swap range, so I swap him into my team, and we kill him, stun him after swap, obviously. And then go up here, just throw it on Aurora because I don't have any other abilities up. Unfortunately, that give me out of combat mana, but it doesn't really matter because our Bloodhunter is going to be able to chase down this guy anyway. I'm actually considering right now picking up, stats, just so that I might have had enough mana, but I didn't. Was fine anyway, since the Swift Blade came up and killed me from behind with his ultimate, and our Bloodhunter is going to run him down and kill him as well, which is excellent. Despite the fact that he's getting a codex. I really didn't, I guess, address fully. Well, I mean, yeah, basically all I was trying to say a little bit ago was just that it's really important to pay attention to the minimap, especially when you're doing risky things like that, which I knew it was risky. Here I'm kind of debating whether I want to go to Aurora and get 1 level dimensional link. Getting Aurora is probably best, and I continue that. Here you can also see Purple kind of complaining about codex on Bloodhunter. Which is fair, but we do have Kronos as a hard carry, so I guess it's alright if Bloodhunter's not going, as he says, a carry build. More of a ganking build, which kind of works out. I think Codex is still just greedy. I wouldn't suggest it on anyone, but anyway. So I have a ward, and our bottom jungle does not have a defensive ward set up at the rune location, so that's my first priority upon respawning. There's nothing really too important going on middle, just kind of posturing. There's this double damage rune here, which I kind of want someone to pick up, but I ping it. I tell them no one's coming down to grab it, so maybe I didn't wait long enough, but I just grab it anyway. You can see, once again, the location. People sit up there all the time to set up ganks mid, which is why having that ward is so important. my ward single-handedly is responsible for that kill. We're going to run in here now. We swap Kronos out, actually, because, I don't know, it looked like he was taking a decent amount of damage, and we always want to make sure to protect our hard carries as a support hero. It works out anyway. We're actually able to stun this Dr. Repulsor before he gets Bloodhunter. We see Flint running through here again. Just the importance of this ward spot. Our teammates actually aren't fast enough to react like we are. We were actually, I should mention, standing basically directly next to all of our teammates when we saw the Flint, so there's no reason they couldn't have run up at the same time we did. We don't even have Striders or anything. We have just regular boots, so they definitely should have been able to make it up there. Just shows that their reaction speed wasn't really up to par. Anyway, we have 700 gold now, so we can finally get our Striders and pick up some more wards, which will be nice. It's nice to finally have some gold as a support hero, which I guess goes for when you're supporting well. Yeah, so at this point, I would say we've basically turned around our bad start. I mean, we're obviously not getting kills, but we don't really want kills. It's not like we're making a ton of amazing plays, but we're just not making many stupid mistakes right now. We're not putting ourselves in bad positions. We're doing our job, which is warding, etc. We're making sure always to carry a homecoming stone. These are just all the essential things that we need to do as a support hero. It's not that because we were doing badly that we needed to start farming, or we needed to spend a lot of time in lane getting experience. We just need to stick to the things that we're supposed to do and just continue doing them. Maybe pick up a little experience when necessary, which is what you saw I did a couple times. But just mainly, just stay focused on the game, not think too much about the deaths or about the mistakes you've made. Anyway, we see that our Arachna is getting ganked bottom, so we teleport. We teleport a little late. If we teleported sooner, we might have been able to swap and save him. So we probably weren't paying enough attention. Anyway, the Bombardier should definitely be able to take out the Dr. Repulsor, so we're not too worried about it. We just want to make sure we don't get killed by the Switch Slayer at this point. The Bombardier actually does not manage to take out that guy, and the Swiftblade doesn't chase us into the river, which is fortunate for us. We're actually going to run back in now, probably just throw out an Aurora from range. We don't have much HP, so there's not really much else we can do. We don't have mana for Comet. Yeah, so we just kind of hang around. As soon as the tower targets us, we notice we're low HP, so we should definitely get out of there. We don't want to be too aggressive and dive. Like I said, no stupid mistakes here. Bombardier actually had a nice ultimate targeting, where he basically ultimated the low HP hero that was running away through the river, or I mean into his own fountain. We picked up a regen rune, so we're actually moving in here to try to facilitate something, but Swiftblade's already backed up to the tower, so there's really nothing we can do. It was a fortunate regen rune, though. So now I guess we're just going to try to push this tower up. We've got 4 people here, so there's no reason not to push, especially because 1 or 2 of them are dead. Yeah, 2 of them are dead with 10 seconds each left, so we should be able to